Welcome back to a very special MTN weekend. We are here once again in the beautiful Schaefer Center for the Performing Arts. I'm here with Megan Stage. So nice to be in here with you this afternoon. It's beautiful.
Thanks, it really is. We've gotten spoiled over the last year. I can't believe we've only been in here for a year, but it has flown by, and the shows that we've had in here this past year have just been incredible. We've had great memories.
And it sounds like some more great shows coming up with the Schaefer Popular Series.
Yes, we have some great shows coming up. Our Popular Series, sponsored by Bonnie and Jamie Schaefer, who are also the donors behind the renovation of this beautiful facility. They help us support, they give us some support for these popular artists that we bring. And this year we are bringing four incredible artists and very different artists. So we start the Schaefer Popular Series with Michael McDonald on July 5th. If people know him as the lead singer of the Doobie Brothers, he was in Steely Dan. He's also a fantastic solo artist, and his voice is very recognizable. So Michael McDonald starts out on July 5th. Then we move to a very different artist who is Matthew Morrison. He is a Broadway star, but also the star of the hit show Glee. And so he's on July 12th. And then we move just a couple days later to Nickel Creek, which is kind of a roots music band, super popular in this area and our local community. We are actually selling tickets incredibly fast for that show, and that's on July 14th. And then we round out the Schaefer Popular Series with Sheryl Crow, who doesn't really need a lot of explanation, right? Everyone kind of knows her and knows her music, but it's just a huge lineup this year for us, really big names, but not just big as in popularity, but really incredibly talented artists. So we're really excited to add them to the list of the past 30 years of the artists that we've brought, and we're really happy that these are the 30th anniversary artists.
Definitely. So we've talked about a lot of things. We've talked about the concert that's going to be at the stadium, the fireworks concert, and the Schaefer Popular Series, but that's only really the beginning.
Yeah.
Talk with us a little bit about classical music and what's going to be included in that.
Right. Well, the festival, I don't know if a lot of people do know this, but 30 years ago, the festival was founded on a small chamber music. It was a small chamber music festival. So it was founded on classical music. So the roots of classical music are very strong in this festival. So the Broyhill Chamber Ensemble will return again this year. They've been a token artist in this festival. Gil Morgenstern leads that group, and they will be performing 4 different times this summer. And they have a fantastic repertoire, all those programs for all 4 of those evenings. They're on Sunday and Tuesday nights, I believe. So it's a great lineup for the Broyhill Chamber Ensemble. And then we also have other classical music opportunities. The Eastern Festival Orchestra from Greensboro are going to return again this year. We have a great partnership with Gerard Schwartz, who is their conductor. He's a great liaison for us with the Eastern Festival Orchestra. And they are going to be bringing Sir James Galway, who is a world-renowned flautist, coming. It's going to be incredible. That is on July 6th. So right after Michael McDonald, you can jam out to Michael McDonald in this exact same hall. All of that huge band will be taken down, and up will be this gorgeous orchestral shell that is it's beautiful. And the sound in here is incredible with the renovation. So we're really excited to have that. And also joining the Eastern Festival Orchestra this year will be Shane Rathburn, who is a young artist. He's actually the winner of last year's Rosenschaffel competition for young and emerging artists, and he's an alto saxophone player, and he is extremely talented. He was the first place winner last year in our contest, and he will be on the stage as well. So we have a really great lineup for the Eastern Festival Orchestra. And the Rosenschaffel competition, as I mentioned, is also happening. This is our 4th year for that, and that is also now in the Schaefer Center this year too. And that's a fantastic day. It's a couple hours of watching these young musicians perform for a live audience as well as a panel of judges. And they get judged on just their performance, and there's a top 3 prizes that you could win, and then an Audience Choice Award. It's kind of like American Idol, but the classical music style of it and our kind of response to it. And it's an extremely successful competition, and we're really excited about it. And then we also are rounding out our classical music with the last performance of the festival, actually, and it's the perfect way to end it. It's a really rare performance of Carnegie Hall's National Youth Orchestra. Wow. This is the 2nd year Carnegie Hall has done this. They bring in about 120 musicians from age 16 to 19, so they're around high school and college age. And they are they study at Carnegie Hall for a couple weeks, or maybe a couple months, I'm not quite sure on that, but they study there and they perform there in New York City at Carnegie Hall, and then they take it to the road and they go on 8 different cities. So they go on an 8-city tour, and we're one of them.
Wow.
So this is a really big deal, and it's going to be wonderful. They're bringing Gil Shaham, who is a violinist, and so there will be a soloist aspect to that as well. And it's just a really fortunate opportunity for the festival to bring them, especially on our anniversary year too, because this was the music that the festival was founded on. So we really wanted to kind of celebrate that and look at these young artists too, because one of the founding missions of the festival was to support young artists. And that's something that we're doing here with the National Youth Orchestra, the Rosen Schaffel competition, and we're trying to do in multiple ways. So
fantastic. So there's classical music.
Yes.
Now what about dance? We've got a lot of dance too.
We do, and we have some great opportunities this year for people to get their fill of dance and very different types of dance. Pilobolus is returning, which is an international sensation. When I think of dance at first, I don't necessarily think of Pilobolus because they kind of have an acrobatic feel to them a little bit, but they're a very expressive dance, very theatrical. They use their bodies in ways that you don't think your body can move.
Blow your mind.
Yes, it really does, and they're returning. So the last time they were here was for our 25th anniversary, and they have sold out the auditorium every single time they come because they have a completely different repertoire. So if you saw them last time, you want to see them again. They have something different, and it's such a fun night. They've been on the Oprah Winfrey Show, Conan O'Brien, the Academy Awards. They've been in OK Go's music video. They won a Grammy for that. So they are extremely talented. It's super fun, and that is going to be on July 3rd. So right at the beginning of the festival, have kind of a fun dance aspect to it. All dance is fun, but it's just a very different kind of dance. And then towards the middle of the festival, we are bringing the Dance Theater of Harlem, which is the first time they've been here. They're a really interesting company. They started out as kind of a classical ballet company in Harlem, and they started because there wasn't any ballet companies that would allow, at the time, this was back in the early 60s, they wouldn't allow African American dancers into their companies, and so they started this amazing dance company, and it has kind of morphed a little bit. The repertoire, what they do, is a little more modern. It's still a lot of classical ballet mixed in with a little contemporary as well. So we're really fortunate to have them on July 19th. But the day before, here at Schaefer Center, we're opening the doors for a completely free workshop. It's called The Making of a Ballet Dancer. It's for people ages 5 and up. So it's for young dancers and people who are interested in dancing. They can come and watch a workshop from the actual company, and then there'll be a lot of audience participation, and you can actually see some of the dances. And they're going to be teaching different moves that they do. It's just a really great opportunity. It's completely free. It's July 18th at 6 o'clock here in the auditorium.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So lots of dance as well.
Yes.
And I hear there's going to be some theater.
A little bit of theater. We kind of have the music, dance, theater, visual arts, and film. We try to do a multidisciplinary arts festival. So theater this year, we have a great partnership with Triad Stage, and it has been a long-standing partnership for many years now. Preston Lane is a local, so we love that kind of local tie that he has here. His family still lives here. But Triad Stage, it's a fantastic theater company in Greensboro. We kind of have a great tie with Greensboro. We got the Eastern Festival Orchestra. Right. You know, now we have Triad Stage, and they are bringing Shakespeare's All's Well That Ends Well. So they are running it, I think, currently right now, and we are going to tack on to the end of that run, and they're bringing it up here. And this will be the first time that they've performed in the Schaefer Center. Normally they're at over at Valborg.
Exciting.
But Valborg's under renovation, so we thought, what a great opportunity to put theater in the Schaefer Center. So this will be the first time that Triad Stage is here. A fantastic play. Triad Stage always puts their own little kind of quirky spin on some of the classics, so it might not be the traditional Shakespeare that you've always you read about in high school or you read now or go watch plays, but it's going to be really fun. Yeah.
Awesome. And then we've got some film as well.
We do. We've added film to the festival a couple years back, and the film series is called the Global Cinema Series, and we work with Dr. John Pfeiffer. He is kind of our film connoisseur. He kind of helps us out. He spends the year watching many films, independent, international films, and this year he's come up with 4 really different ones from all over the world. These are films that you cannot see in Boone generally. You know,
Right.
he's gone to film series and festivals all over the country and has watched these throughout the year, and these were a fantastic group to put together. And you can watch all the trailers on our website if you want to go. You can see all the festival by category that we're doing like right now, or you can do it by date. But you can actually watch the trailers of these films. It's really great. And then actually, aside from the Global Cinema Series, we also have a really fun family event for film. We've done it for a couple years now, and it's our family film night. And in years past, we've had, last year we had E.T., we've done Swiss Family Robinson. This year, I am so excited that we are doing The Jungle Book, which, and it's the original Jungle Book, the 1967 Jungle Book. So we hope that the whole auditorium gets filled with really young kids. It's completely free. They get some free popcorn.
There you go.
I know. They can come in their jammies. I hope I can come in my jammies.
Right. Everyone should come in their jammies.
Everyone come in their jammies and watch The Jungle Book. It'll be so much fun. And that's actually July 25th, so it's very close to the end of the festival. And it's just kind of a celebration for families to come out. If visitors are here in the area, they can bring their family out for a night, a really cheap night, because you don't have to buy anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Awesome. Well, that sounds like so much fun. I love the jammies part.
Yeah.
And
I always love my jammies.
oh yeah, we should be able to go everywhere in our
Right.
jammies. Now, rounding out all of these great categories, we have visual arts. Talk with us about that.
We have a great partnership with the Turchin Center for the Visual Arts. They do handle all of our visual arts programming, and this year they have some extremely wonderful exhibitions that are going to be we're partnering with for the festival. Their main one is an international exhibition from South Africa. Wow. So this opens in July. July 11th is the summer exhibition celebration. This will be the main exhibition that they'll be celebrating, because the two other exhibitions that will be in the center at that time are actually currently open right now. So you can go ahead and see those now. One is a Penland resident artist show that features all 6 artists in residence currently at the Penland School of Crafts. And there's another one from Ivan Fortushniak that's open right now. But on July 11th, the entire East Wing will be taken over from South Africa. So
wow.
There'll be just original art from South Africa. A couple of my coworkers from the Turchin Center actually went over to South Africa earlier this year and met with these artists. They went into these galleries, went into their studios, watched them make the art, and then also learned a little bit about the South African history through art. And that's kind of what this exhibition kind of tries to do, and tells the story of South Africa and through art. So it's very contemporary art, many different artists as well, and so it's going to be a really great exhibition. But through the visual arts, we also offer a lot of workshops. Kids and adults can take workshops, we have some really fun ones this year, especially for the kids. Week-long art, we have something called Art Week, which is just a week-long intensive kind of art camp for kids. But some really great things there for workshops. We have a Lunch and Learn lecture series, which 2 of them focus on the visual arts. The other 2 focus on other festival programming, we'll have one on Broadway from Keith Martin. He is a distinguished faculty member in the theater and dance department, and he'll be talking about some of the history of Broadway and the Tony Awards and some fun things like that. And then we also have a little bit about the arts education aspect of our office that puts on the festival. There is an arts education and outreach component to that, and one of my coworkers, Christy Chinaski, will be handling that. So the Lunch and Learn lectures are also at the Turchin Center, and that's free and super fun time. So there's lots of great things happening over at the Turchin Center all summer long, but we just are so fortunate to kind of tack on for a month of what they're doing and kind of bring the visual arts. And then rounding out the visual arts is the Rosen Sculpture Walk, which is something that has happened every year. This is the 28th year of the Rosen Sculpture Competition, where there's 10 different sculptures that get placed around campus, and it's a national and juried competition. And so the winner will be announced on July 26th after the Rosen Walk. It'll be at 10 a.m. here at the Schaefer Center. This is where everyone meets, and then they go on a little walking tour, and then they come back, and the artists are here, and they find out they win, and it's really fun and really, and you get to talk to the artists and figure out what made you think of that sculpture, and how did you make it, and ask all those kind of questions that I kind of feel sometimes a little silly asking, but they're really interesting questions and answers to hear. So it's a lot of visual arts, and it's really wonderful. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, as always, this sounds like an incredible lineup. Now, how do people get tickets to all of these fantastic events?
Appsummer.org is your key to anything you need. To find out more information on the events, to find out ticket prices or what events are free. appsummer.org, the best place. But we also have some really friendly box office staff that would love to talk to you about anything. They know, they are very knowledgeable on the festival. So the Schaefer Center box office is open 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. And you can always call us at 1-800-841-ARTS as well.
So exciting. I'm so
Thanks.
pumped for this year. So many awesome things. And we
you.
really appreciate you taking the time to sit down and explain everything with us.
Well, this is the fun part of my job, so I love to do it.
Absolutely. Well, a great and Appalachian Summer Festival coming up this year. Thanks again, Megan.
Thank you.